So we've got a bunch of awesome speakers, handpicked, and I'm very excited to learn from each one of them. Our first speaker is Edgar Nche. Have I said that right? Edgar Nche. Come up in the meantime. Come up, Edgar, let's introduce you. Edgar is an energetic and charismatic property practitioner from Dube, Soweto, who has transformed his passion for real estate into a global presence. Inspired by property channels, he was featured on Listing Jozi and showcased on Netflix and on BBC Lifestyle on DSTv. Edgar is driven by a relentless quest for knowledge and a passion for sharing insight with others. His dedication to finding opulent family homes and building lasting relationships exemplifies his perseverance and patience as he rises to prominence as a top high-end property agent. So, welcome, Edgar.
Thank you very much for having me. I am privileged to actually share the stage with all you guys. I'm actually excited to learn from my co-speakers today. I'm excited that the Power Up Your Sale event is finally here. We've been preaching the 21st of August with Brad, Dave, and we've just created this group just to make sure that it becomes a huge success. And just to come to show, it has. I'm going to just take a few moments to let you know what I did this morning. I reflected in the mirror just to meditate, and I said to myself, what I'd love to do today, and I think this is what Dave reiterated, was to, open my eyes, open my ears, open my heart, learn as much as I can, and share as much as I have. And I think one thing that's so exciting, and I would love to know, is how many real estate agents do we have today? This is crazy. This is a huge turnout, right? That shows that this is a colorful industry that we're in. We should be excited each and every day. And one thing I want to throw out there is the BBE. I didn't say BEE, and thank goodness the political era has just passed and we can focus on the sales. I'm talking about BBE being the business, brand, and energy. I think that has been one of the things that I learned to focus on, just focusing on business, brand, and energy. I like to bring energy to each and every appointment that I have or interaction that I have with an individual or new business I'm going to come across. And I'd like to build my brand and make sure that that works for me when I'm not necessarily there, whether you have to go on social media or social media platforms. And in business, it's so important for us as real estate agents to take the time to understand the business. And that's why I'm so excited to then, after this mic, keep quiet and hear my fellow speakers share their knowledge. A quick introduction which they have. My name is Edgar Nche. I am an energetic, passionate person, and I love meeting with new people. I was born in Johannesburg, raised in Soweto, in a township called Dube. And I think that they just gave me a pinpoint to be inspired and want more for myself. I think a close relation to that when I was in my early years, from like birth until ages of 7, I was, positioned closely to my mother, who's in the audience right now, and being Women's Month, I think it's gonna be, there she is, raising her hand, thank you very much. She's as bold as you see her right now. And I say so because she has taught me to be very confident. I love because she was forced to drop out of school at a young age, I think grade 10 it is, to support my grandmother at the time and raise my aunt. That was a lovely story to hear from her because it showed me that in life, necessarily where you come from doesn't dictate where you're going. And with her perseverance and just, aligning herself with her goals, her personal goals were just to, empower herself in the right direction. Yes, she wasn't able to finish school, but she had more to life to show. One thing I remember is that she needed to carry out 3 jobs at the time, one being corporate communication at the SABC, and I think that was just the birth of her business venture. of makeup artists and dot management. And I think that was just the second stream. But I think the main important thing in what she identified at SABC when she started out as a corporate communicator at the front desk was that, am I just going to rely on one income that's going to help me sustain where I want to go? Encouraging enough that helped me then identify from listening to her day by day, going to school every morning with her. I realized that she didn't want just that, you know. She had more to life to offer. She then looked for other alternative ways and streams of income to bring into the household, which was then, you know, sharing her knowledge with others. She took herself to school, specialized with her makeup artist and industry management, shared her knowledge with a group of other individuals who helped her cultivate her business at the time. What I love then, you know, just growing in the 5 minutes, I have 5 minutes left. What I then love then, and I'm gonna have to rush quickly, is that it gave me the opportunity just to zone in, focus, and see how hard she was working. But rushing there, you know, I think one thing that has brought me here is that I have been inspired by, you know, TV shows that we have been showcased and, you know, seen on our home channels like Top Billing. That they just gave me a quest of life to understand, or rather question myself and say, what way can I have the opportunity to go into someone's house without really offending them? It gave me an idea to hop into real estate, you know. I enjoyed that because I was inspired by how people necessarily worked very hard to obtain their assets, and that's the prime position that we help them sell on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, being inspired, I was encouraged to, or rather curious to learn more about real estate. I then, in my early days before joining real estate, did promotions. Somehow it taught me the real hardcore world of the real world, real estate. And then I got the opportunity to then learn that, you know, communication is one of the most important key aspects to have. How I hopped into real estate was that I needed to identify a mentor. And I think most of the time we kill so much time in learning new things or new skills by not identifying a mentor. So what I did was identified a mentor on social media platforms at the time, like YouTube, Instagram. I had someone called Ryan Sahant, which I looked up to, and I think is a marketing genius in the real estate industry. So I had him, but I found that I couldn't necessarily have the questions posed to him. So if I had a buyer that I wanted to take out, can I necessarily reach out to Ryan Sahant? No. You know, the best I can do is send an email. Would he communicate that back to me? No. You know, so I've identified a new close prospect of mentor, which at the time when I joined real estate was Ryan. I'm sure you guys have seen him on the show as well. I think being close to him gave me an indication of what failures I'm going to come across, what successes, opportunity, and what that showed me is that if you do fail in life, it's just the first attempt in learning when you break it down, failure, right? And I think that then showed me a direction that I wanted to take in real estate. But bringing you back to how I really started and being inspired and being very curious of real estate, I joined a program called One Learner Program, which was a program that was initiated by the EAB then, now called the PRA. And they were just a program that, you know, ushered disadvantaged people into the industry. Anyway, I'm going to try to project my voice quite loud. Okay, thank you. I got 2 minutes, but I'm going to try to wrap it up real quick. The main thing I want you guys to learn from my story is, and I think I was just all over the place, right, is that you need to see what you want for yourself. Associate yourself with a mentor. Bring someone that is already doing what you want closer to you so that you learn more from them that you would learn from yourself. I've only been in the industry for close to a decade. Next year will be 10 years. And just to give you a rundown, I went to 4 different companies. I know in the real estate industry that's a bad thing to do, but I'll let you know exactly why I did it. I did it because I was on the quest of trying to attach a certain brand with what I believed would help me cultivate who I am. And I think in real estate, what you really need to do is attach yourself to who you are, because you're dealing with people. It's no point to be a robot over the line. There's no point of saying something that you've rehearsed. Connect with the people. Connect with who you're speaking with. Lastly, I'm sure you want to talk about real estate. Listing Jozi, how that happened, which is going to tie me to being closer to someone that's already doing well. It was a joke, really, at the beginning. We met in the south of Johannesburg with the producers, and they said, look, we want to highlight properties and showcase how you guys close transactions. The reason why I was selected is because when I joined the company on the 4th try, right, I had sold 10 properties on my first go. And then on my 2nd year, I sold about 12. On my 4th year, it was a 36. And then on my 5th year, it was about 36. So I think what I learned there was consistency, right? And having the opportunities around my mentor, being at the meeting, exposing the dialogue that you would have with a mentor and a rookie, someone that's going into real estate, was the opportunity for me. I think that there then, gave people at least an idea to say, look, we don't just want to see this guy as a rookie. We want to see what are the ups and downs of real estate. And that's what we all go through, the ups and downs of real estate. But I think what you really need to thrive onto is the 2 B's and the E that I mentioned in the beginning, which is business, brand, and energy. Business is everything, right? We need to attach a lot of knowledge around it. You need to understand what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are your opportunities, what are your threats. And I think we all know those. And if we have to personally attach them to ourselves, we'll know how to cultivate our actions in real estate. The second thing was brand. How I felt that I would cultivate myself in real estate, and I felt it's the best way to get myself out there way before Listing Jozi, was through social media. TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn, if I may say. And why do I say that? I feel like social media is a platform where it allows you to have a long relationship with individuals, right? And it also gives you an easy access through the door because someone already knows 80% of who you are. So if I come into your home, Dave, you already know that that's the guy that went into the ice bucket and looked like an idiot. But at least, that's the first approach. I have my first impression. The next thing I need to do is now identify what do I know in the real estate industry. And so many of the times I have gotten appointments. I went to Northcliffe the other day and I was at an 18 million rand house in Northcliffe. Very beautiful, I think, to the details. What I love about that property is that, I know for a fact that it's high end, so it's not about just, quantifying what you've done, what you've did. It's just offering the value. What are you going to do different to other agencies, right? And who you are as an individual. So I think when I went into that appointment, knowing very well that the husband didn't know me, but the wife did, and how I got to actually get through the door wasn't through the wife, but was through the daughter who runs a nail parlor business in the garage. So just describing the pattern of getting through to that listing is fascinating for me. And I think, if you attach yourself to, social media platforms or find innovative ways like YouTube to just connect with your clients, that will just give you a broader way to sell. So I really would say my strategy is energy. You can replace that with something else. I think energy is also a calm way to get your audience to relax, and also be very authentic. I've passed my time, but I hope that after this moment and after this event, we get a chance to communicate. Thank you very much for the opportunity.